Welcome dear students in the 7th standard maths class. In the previous video we have completed chapter 8. Now in this video we will start the 9th chapter, direct proportion and inverse proportion. So firstly we will understand the meaning of direct proportion. See, the one example is given in your textbook. Some circles are drawn here. See the figure A. In the figure A, if we draw the one diameter, then the circle is divided into two parts. In the figure B, if we draw the two diameters, then circle is divided into four parts. See, in the figure D, if we draw the four diameters, then circle is divided into 8 parts. Means here the two quantities are given. One is the number of diameters and second is the divisions of circle, means number of divisions, correct? If we take the ratio of these two quantities, then what happens? See, if the diameter is 1, then the number of divisions are 2. If the diameters are 2, then the number of divisions are 4, means it is double. Means it is again 1 by 2, 2 2s are 4, correct? When the number of diameters are 3, then the number of divisions are 6, means again it is 3 2s are 6, means 1 by 2. It is double. And if the number of diameters are 4, then the number of divisions are 8, correct? Means 4 2s are 8. Again, the value of this ratio is always the same. Same means it is a constant. Constant means fix, correct? Means the number of diameters are increases, then the number of divisions also increases. See the another example. The number of notebooks that the student of government school received is shown in the table below. See, there are two quantities are given, number of children and number of notebooks. So to the 15 children we issued 90 notebooks. If the number of children are 12, then the number of books are 72. If the number of children are 10, means number of notebooks are 60. When the number of children are 5, then number of notebooks are 30. So take the ratio of this, then we see that the ratio of each instance, it is a 1/6. Means it is always a constant. So see, in another word, 1:6 is as a remains here. So in the above examples, we see that when the number of diameters increases, the number of divisions also increases. As the number of children decreases, then the number of notebooks also decreases. See, 90, 72, 60, 30. The number of diameters and the number of divisions are in the direct proportion, as are the number of students and number of notebooks. Understood? Means if the first quantities increases, then their second related proportionate quantity also increases. Or if the first quantity is decreases, then their related second quantity, proportionate quantity also decreases. Then we said that there is a direct proportion. See the solve example in your textbook. If the 10 pen costs 60 rupees, what is the cost of 13 such pen? Very simple. So firstly we assume the cost of 13 pen be X rupees. Okay. So see, if the number of pens are increases, then their cost also increases. Correct? So the number of pens and their cost varies in a direct proportional. So the ratio becomes here 10/60, because 10 pens cost is 60. So this is the first ratio It is compared with the second ratio, means we obtain the equation here. So the 13 pen cost is x, so it is 13 upon x. And we know that the ratio is always constant in the direct proportion, so it is equal. Now solve this equation. Take the cross multiplication. 10x is equal to 60 multiplied by 13 is a 780. So now this 10 goes to right side, it becomes a divide. So 780 divided by 10 is a 78. So the cost of 13 pens is 78 rupees. Understood? Now see the practice set 37. In that the first question is 7 kilo onions cost 140 rupees. How much must we pay for 12 kilo onions? So firstly we assume the 12 kilo onion cost be x rupees. Okay, and we know that as the weight of onions increases, then their cost also increases. So this is the example of direct proportion. See the solution. Let the cost of 12 kilo of onions be x rupees, and we know that the weight of onions and its cost are in direct proportion. So here we obtain the ratio. Therefore, seven kilo onions cost is 140. So 7 upon 140 is equal to 12 kilo onions cost is x rupees. Please all the students, if we write the weight of onions at the numerator, then in the second instance we have to write the weight of the onion at the numerator. Understood? Now take the cross multiplication. Therefore 7x is equal to 140 multiplied by 12. Therefore x is equal to 140 multiplied by 12, as it is this 7 comes divide here. So 7 2s are 14, 7 0s are 0. Therefore x is equal to 20 multiplied by 12. 12 2s are 24 and 12 zeros are 0. So therefore we pay 240 rupees for 12 kilo onions. Very simple. Now see the second example. If 600 rupees buy 15 bunches of feed, how many will 1280 rupees buy? So firstly we will assume in the 1280 rupees buy x bunches of cattle feed. Okay, let 1280 rupees buy x bunches of cattle feed. And we know that cost of cattle feed and the number of bunches of cattle feed are in direct proportion. Therefore, we obtain the ratio 600 upon 15 is equal to 1280 upon x. Means the cost of bunches of cattle feed at the numerator and the number of bunches of cattle feed are at the denominator. So, this thing is very important in such questions. So, now solve this by using the cross multiplication. 600x is equal to 15 multiplied by 1280. So, therefore, x is equal to 15 multiplied by 1280 upon 600. So, this 0 cancel. 15 4s are 60. Now, this 4 is divided by 128. So, 4 3s are 12. 4 2s are 8. So, therefore, x is equal to 32. Write down the answer line. So, answer is equal to 32 bunches of cattle feed. This is the answer. Now the next question, for 9 cows, 13 kilo and 500 gram of food supplement are required every day. In the same proportion, how much will be needed for 12 cows? So here number of cows and the weight of food is given. So these two quantities are in the direct proportion. So firstly we assume 12 cows need X kilo of food supplement. Let 12 cows need X kg of food supplement. So therefore here number of cows and the quantity of food supplement are in the direct proportion. So therefore we obtain the ratio 9 upon, now here the food supplement is given 13 kilo and 500 gram, means if we write it in a kilo then it is 13.5. So 9 upon 13.5 is equal to 12 upon x. Take the cross multiplication. Therefore 9x is equal to 12 multiplied by 13.5. So therefore x is equal to 12 multiplied by 13.5 upon 9. If we divide by 9 with the 13.5, it is 1.5. So therefore x is equal to 12 5s are 60, 12 1s are 12 plus 6 is a 80.0. It is a 18. Therefore 18 kilo of food supplement is needed. Very simple. Now see the next question. The cost of 12 quintal of soyabean is 36,000 rupees. How much will 8 quintal cost? So here two quantities are given. The cost of soyabean and weight of soyabean. So both are in the direct proportion because the weight of soybean is increases, then obviously their cost also increases. So firstly we assume the cost of 8 quintal soybean be X rupees. Let the cost of 8 quintals soybean be X rupees, and we know that the weight of soybean and its cost are in the direct proportion. Therefore, we obtain the ratio 12 quintal cost is 36,000 is equal to 8 quintal cost is X rupees. Correct? So take the cross multiplication. 12x is equal to 8 multiplied by 36,000. So therefore x is equal to 8 multiplied by 36,000 as it is, upon this 12 goes to right side, it becomes divide. So 12 threes are 36 and 3 zeros as it is. So therefore x is equal to 8 threes are 24,000. Therefore 8 quintal soybeans cost is 24,000 rupees. Next question is, two mobiles cost is 16,000 rupees. How much money will be required to buy 13 such mobiles? Very simple question. Here the two quantities are given, number of mobiles and cost of mobile, and we know that if the number of mobiles are increases, then their cost also increases. So this is the example of direct proportion. So we assume the cost of 13 mobiles be X rupees. Let the cost of 13 mobiles be X rupees, and we know that number of mobiles and their cost are in direct proportion. Correct? So we got the ratio. 2 mobile cost is 16,000 is equal to 13 mobile cost is X rupees. Now solve this ratio. So twice X is equal to 16,000 multiplied by 13. Therefore X is equal to 16,000 multiplied by 13 upon 2. 2 8s are 16. It is 8,000. So therefore X is equal to 13 8s are 104. 3 zeros as it is. Therefore the cost of 13 mobiles is 1,04,000 rupees. Very simple, and the practice set 37 is over. Thank you.